Hello, I'm Max Balegde, and he is not George Clarke. Pan over to the empty seat, please. Because he's not here. He doesn't care about me. He doesn't care about this podcast, and he doesn't care about you. That's exactly what he asked me to say today. So you know that it's the truth. No, I'm only joking. He is running late. He's on a shoot that keeps getting pushed back. So instead of just waiting around for him to get here, I thought I'm just going to start the podcast by myself and have a bloody good time with you lot whilst we wait, if that's okay. So he'll be here soon. But in the meantime, if you've not watched our Reading and Leeds vlog, you need to watch it. That was like some of the most fun, wildest times of our entire life. We're going to fully go over it when George gets here. It was so mental, and I feel like the vlog like encapsulates pretty much everything, more or less everything that happened that entire time, with some things that I'm quite glad I cut out, to be honest with you. I actually had to say to like our editor at one point, I was like, please can you just take that part out about me? Like, I know that I look like a mess a lot of the time, especially after I've had a drink, but that is even cutting it too far for me. So they did that, which was very nice. I've actually been really ill ever since Reading and Leeds. And I need to tell you how depressing my life has been. Because I literally, guys, listen to this. Okay. Get back from Reading and Leeds. I'm like, oh, do you know what? I deserve a fancy spa. I'm going to take Andrew. We're going to have a lovely time. We got there. It was, I can only be described as like hokey pokey, ooky spooky, like Hallowooky, like dead bugs everywhere. It was one of those places that are really fancy, but like very medieval type of, not medieval, that's very dramatic, very like old sort of vibes. So like there was dead bugs everywhere, a little bit cobwebby, a little bit like just not that modern. But do you know what? We had a lovely time. We relaxed. It was all good. And on the way back that next morning, I started to feel a bit sick, and I was like, oh my God, yeah, like I must be coming down with something. But do you know what? Positive mental attitude, get a PMA out there. We're going to keep on going, and I'm going to have a banging week. It's going to be great. Driving home, we go past a McDonald's at the services, and we were like, oh, like I'm not really a McDonald's like sort of person, to be honest with you. But they had that new Grimace shake that went viral all over the internet. And the way that it went viral was that you're supposed to drink it and then like die. Have you seen that, Callum?
What? No, clearly not. Drink it and die?
Yeah, so like people made videos where you are supposed to drink the Grimace shake and then like you die straight after, and like you start foaming at the mouth and all this stuff. So it went completely viral like in America months ago. So me and Andrew were just like, all right, like let's try one. Like we've got nothing better to do, because we saw like so many people with it. Tried it. My mum calls me and tells me that they're putting my dog down.
And then you died.
And I died. Like, not funny, but also what the big fat fuck. Do you know what I mean?
What
like,
timing?
Like, I cannot explain to you how much it was. Me and Andrew never go to McDonald's, ever, ever, ever. We were at the services. I'd gone for a wee, and then we were like, oh, let's just try this milkshake, see what it's all about. Had one sip of it. Oh, my mum's calling. Wonder what that's about. Josie's having to be put down today. My mum's sobbing on the phone. I burst into tears. The car burst into flames. Literal mass death, mass extinction, homicide. All because of this milkshake. I could not believe it. That didn't. The last part I exaggerated, if you couldn't tell. But Josie is dead. Josie is dead. My beloved dog Josie, that one-tongued legend. If you also, by the way, it's really nice being able to talk without George just telling me to shut up. I've just realised that. I mean, obviously, I'm sure
you've not been cut off.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's weird that I'm just talking by myself, but it feels quite liberating that he's not interrupted me with a stupid remark, a stupid joke, or just outright told me to shut the fuck up and that he doesn't care about what I'm saying. That feels
Give it
quite
time.
refreshing.
The episode's young.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's going to be here in like 5 minutes, and that's going to start. But yeah, Josie, R.I.P. Drop an R.I.P. in the chat, please, guys, because she is dead. Bless her heart. Like, she's so... Oh my god, as well. Cause we've
what
got
is going on with you?
Sorry, I'm a little bit crazy. I've not had this much freedom in a while. I've got my other dog, Jerry. So if you don't know, Josie and Jerry, my childhood dogs, both 14 years old. They're born one day apart in separate litters. And they've had like several children together throughout the years that now all belong to like my family members and friends and stuff. So like very important matriarchal dog is Josie, who has #died. Sad times. But Jerry, our other dog, was always very much like... He would let Josie do everything. She was a bitch. I loved her to death. She was an absolute bitch, that dog. Oh my God. She would like growl for food, like bark for food. She didn't want to go on walks. She would just sit there and do nothing. And Jerry was always so polite, would be quiet, like keep himself to himself. Since she has passed away, Jerry has started doing the things that she would do to the point where we Googled it because we were like, his behavior is so unnatural, so bizarre. And apparently when there's two dogs, if one of them dies and the one that dies was deemed by the other dog as the leader, when that dog dies, the other will start to pick up its characteristics.
No way. Because
basically in Jerry's dog brain, he might have thought the only reason he ever got food was because Josie like fought for it. Right. So now he's started fighting for food.
No way.
Yes, and like the only reason that they would go on walks is because like Josie would fight for it. So now he's started like doing all this stuff that is completely out of his character. But how mental is that?
That must be so weird for your mum to see.
Oh, she's baffled by it. Like every time, but then it's also so sad because like every time he does something that Josie would do, my mum bursts into tears.
Yeah, true. That's got to be hard.
Big up Joanne. She's a bit of a, I was gonna say a bit of a wimp, but that's tight. But I just said
that's
it
tight.
Anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, R.I.P. Josie.
Rest in peace, Josie.
Very sad times. Also from Reading and Leeds, I am just realizing that I'm still wearing.
I was gonna say, have you taken that off?
I've not taken it off.
That is fucking rank,
isn't it? So for our audio listeners, I am wearing a Taylor Swift-esque friendship bracelet that says the word useless on it, and I didn't realize until yesterday that I'd not taken it off once. I didn't even realize that I was still wearing it.
Disgusting.
I did this shoot yesterday with like a bunch of these comedians from TV, and one of them took the piss out of me because I was like trying to make a joke. They basically assumed that I was gay, and then I made a joke being like, "What do you mean? Like, what are you talking about?" And they were like, "Oh, the bracelet," and I was like, fair enough.
Yeah, that gave it away.
Fair enough. But yeah, I've not taken it off. So whoever gave this to me, thank you very much. And this also swiftly takes us
swiftly
onto our next segment that we're going to do whilst George is not here, where Callum is going to test me on my Taylor Swift knowledge by doing a Taylor Swift quiz. Firstly, cue all the people that hate Taylor Swift. Guys, this is your opportunity to call me out and be like, Max is a loser, he's a fake, he doesn't even know anything about Taylor Swift if I get anything wrong. So equally, it's a win-win for all of us.
Okay, start off, there's 10 questions.
Oh.
What's your prediction on how many you're going to get right?
8. I think minimum 8.
I think if you don't get 8, you can't call yourself a Swiftie, to be honest.
Shit, okay.
8 minimum, how do you get 7 out of 10? I think you're going to get 6.
Oh! Suck you. What?
Suck you.
That's
I mean, if you want.
That's
don't know.
That's more of an aggressive compliment.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, please get on with the quiz.
All right, question 1. What is Taylor Swift's middle name?
Alison.
Okay, I was going to give you options. Multiple choice.
Love.
Don't need them.
Don't
Alison.
Need them.
A. Brilliant. Okay.
Am I right?
That is correct.
Hey! Oh my God.
Which of these songs is from Taylor Swift's debut album?
Oh shit.
So we have A, Love Story.
Yeah.
B, Teardrops on My Guitar.
Mm-hmm.
C, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together.
Mm-hmm.
And D, Shake It Off. Which ones?
Teardrops on My Guitar.
No, which ones? Which of them?
Teardrops on My Guitar.
Is it just that one?
Oh, is there multiple?
Well, I don't know. I'm not too sure.
I'm pretty sure it's just Teardrops on My Guitar.
Okay, you're going to go with B.
See.
That is correct.
Yay! Oh my God. Right. All my fellow Swifties out there, cheer for me, and all the Swiftie haters. Ha ha! I'm proving you. In fact, no, you probably can still hate her after this. That's fine.
Probably.
Yeah.
Question 3. You are 2 for 2 currently.
Oh my God, I'm so talented.
For which album did Taylor Swift win her Grammy Award for Album of the Year?
Oh, okay.
Is it A, Taylor Swift?
It's 1989.
B, Fearless.
Mm-hmm.
C, Speak Now, or D, 1989?
I'm going to go 1989.
You knew that straight off the bat.
I did know that.
And that is wrong.
Fuck off.
It's wrong.
Wait, what was the question?
Oh, wait. I can't go back.
What was the question?
Which one did she win her Grammy performance for? I can't go back, but I think at the end it's probably going to give all the answers.
Right, okay.
So we'll
she defo won the
return
Grammy
to
for
that.
Album of the Year for that album. But maybe I misheard the question.
I don't know. We'll go back and we'll figure out at the end.
I mean, I am right, but I admit that...
Apparently you're not. You've got one incorrect.
I must have misheard the question. Damn you idiots! You fool! You fool! You don't deserve to wear this bracelet or a cowboy hat ever, you stupid idiot boy. Oh, right. Next
you
question.
You really don't. Okay, fine. Next question.
I punish myself now.
Question 4. Which city is not mentioned in Taylor Swift's song Welcome to New York?
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Which is not mentioned.
Okay.
A, Brooklyn. B, New York. C, Tokyo. D, Manhattan.
Wait,
I'm not going to lie.
It says city. The question says city.
Yes, city. So this, I think even I can work this out.
Give me the options again.
A, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
B, New York.
Yeah.
C, Tokyo. D, Manhattan. Now, what I will say is that
Two of
both
them-
Brooklyn and Manhattan are in New York.
and the song is called Welcome to New York.
So
and there's only one other city that's mentioned in there. So I'm going to say Tokyo.
I am going to agree with you,
Yeah.
and I don't even know the answer. And that's correct.
Yay!
Yeah. Okay, so you are 3 out of 4 correct. What is the name of Taylor Swift's third studio album?
Oh.
Is it A, Red, B, Speak Now, C, 1989, D, Reputation?
Speak Now.
Her third studio album. Speak Now.
Wait. Let me think.
Oh, confer with yourself.
Taylor Swift, Fearless, Speak Now. I'm going to say Speak Now.
Speak Now.
Yes.
And the answer is Speak Now.
Yes!
So you have 4 out of 5. You're doing all right. You're staying on target.
Oh my god, oh my god.
All right, well, halfway through. Which actor appeared in the music video for Blank Space?
Oh.
Is it A, Tom Hiddleston,
Okay.
B, Joe Alwyn? That's an
Joe
interesting...
Alwyn.
Alwyn, yep, that's what I said.
That's right.
C, Sean O'Pry,
Don't know who that is.
neither. And D, Lucas Till.
Oh shit, don't know who that is either. I think that the first two are ex-boyfriends of hers, so I'm going to say that it's not them.
Right.
So I'm going to guess between the last two. What are the names again?
Sean O'Pry
Okay.
and Lucas Till.
Lucas Till.
Yes.
Oh my god, that reminds me of working at the Chippy. I'm gonna say Sean O'Pry. No idea who he is. Please say that I'm right. Come on.
You are right. Holy shit. No way.
Oh my god.
That was the best guess ever.
Oh my god.
You're so lucky.
I'm so talented.
Question 7.
Oh, I love this.
Which of the following songs did Taylor Swift not write alone?
Oh, okay.
We have Dear John, Lover, Betty, and Me. Which did she not write alone?
Oh, Me.
Oh, okay. Straight
Dreadful
up.
song, by the way.
Oh, that is correct.
Yes!
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Damn.
that's well known as like everyone's least favorite Taylor Swift song. The people who like Taylor Swift, that's their least favorite song.
Oh,
it's not very
interesting.
good. Yeah.
And that might be why she didn't write it alone.
Yes, maybe.
Fair enough.
Maybe.
We are currently 7 questions in. You've got 6 right and 1
Oh
wrong.
my god, I'm
This is
literally
good.
killing this. I'm killing this.
This is great.
My god.
Question 8.
Yeah.
In which year did Taylor Swift release her album 1989? Is it 2012, 2013, 2014, or 2015?
Now, I want to say, I feel like Reputation came out in 2017/18, and it was like a full year where she was nowhere to be seen after 1989. But then there was like a year of success after 1989, and then everyone hated her for a year, and then she released Reputation. So what are the things again? 2015, 2014.
13, and 12.
Oh my god, so I'm stuck between
So you got
2014
12,
and
13, 14, or
2015.
15.
I'm going to say 2014. Oh, I think it's 15. I'm going to say 2014. I'm locking it in.
Locking that in. Final answer?
Yeah.
We're going with 2014. That is correct.
Yes!
You are 7 out of 8.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Oh! Ah! Okay.
Question 9.
Yes.
What is Taylor Swift's favorite holiday?
What the fuck?
So your options are A, Christmas,
Okay.
B, Halloween,
Mm-hmm.
C, Thanksgiving, or D, Easter. What's Taylor's favorite holiday? Now, this is something a real fan would know.
So, she grew up either on or next to a Christmas tree farm. And she wrote a song called Christmas Tree Farm.
Ooh.
And she's spoken a lot about how Christmas was a very, very special time of year because of that for her and her family. So I'm gonna say Christmas. I'm gonna say Christmas. Final answer.
Locking in A for Christmas.
Lock it in.
That is correct.
It's correct. Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
You are 8 out of 9 correct. Wow.
Okay.
This to get 9 out of 10. Hold on, let me make sure I pick a nice question.
And I want to revisit that last question as well because
We can.
okay,
We
because
can.
I feel like I misheard it. I feel like it was
Yep.
right. Okay,
We can look
do
into it.
Do the last question. Do the last question. Let's do it. My God, come on. A lot has been riding on this. I've put my reputation on the line here. See what I did there? Wink. I'm very stressed right now. Oh my god. Am I gonna do it? Am I gonna get it right? Is everyone gonna punch me? Is everyone gonna throw cowboy boots at me? Is everyone gonna take away all my friendship bracelets? Is Taylor Swift herself gonna come and punch me in the face? I don't know. Like, what's about to happen right now?
Okay.
God.
Are you ready for question 10?
I'm ready.
Now, I've got a lot of confidence in you with this one.
Oh my god.
I think you should know this.
Oh god.
Question 10 for 9 out of 10. Taylor Swift has 2 pet
Oh
cats.
shit.
And
Okay.
one of them has a name beginning with M.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the cat's name? Now we have A, Meredith,
Mm-hmm.
B, Mindy,
Mm-hmm.
C, Milo,
Mm-hmm.
or D, Maggie. What is that cat's name?
Oh, guys, I don't know the cat's names,
Shut up.
but
You
I don't.
definitely do.
I don't. I've seen the cats. I've heard her speak
You
about
know
the cats.
the
I've seen videos
names.
of the cats. I believe my strongest instinct in my heart is telling me Maggie. My strongest instinct is telling me Maggie. I feel like I've heard her say that before. I feel like I've seen it. I don't know where. I don't know why. I don't know how. Final answer, Maggie. Final answer.
We are locking in D, Maggie.
Oh my god.
Incorrect! Oh, no!
What was it?
You
What was
fell
it?
at the final hurdle.
What was it? Milo.
Meredith.
Oh, I've never heard her say that before. No!
But you did get 8 out of 10.
I still got 8, and I
You are a
predicted
true
that.
Swiftie.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I predicted that, and I believe that that other one that I got wrong. So
Yeah.
I heard it.
So let's go back to it.
I think I heard it as what has she won Album of the Year award for at the Grammys? But did it say for the first time?
Let me just go to it now.
If it did, then I'm pretty sure that.
So the
Is-
question was, for which album did Taylor Swift win her first Grammy Award for Album of the Year? You said
I said 1989.
1989. That's incorrect.
I believe that the answer is either Speak Now or Fearless.
Those are 2 options.
Oh, are they both options?
They are
God
both
damn it.
options.
I'm gonna say
And the pressure's on. This to bump it up to a 9 out of 10.
oh my god.
A 9. Imagine getting a 9 out of 10 on a Taylor Swift quiz.
Oh my god. I'm gonna say
I believe in you.
Speak Now. I'm gonna say Speak Now.
You're going to say Speak Now?
Yep. I'm gonna say it, and I think it might be wrong, but I'm gonna say it.
You're going to say Speak Now. For 9 out of 10. Is it Speak Now?
Oh my god.
It is not Speak
Is it
Now.
Fearless?
It's Fearless.
No!
I can't give you that point.
Oh well. Do you know what?
You did
You know what?
well.
I'll take
Round
that.
of applause.
I'll take it. Thank you, live studio audience. And speaking of live studio audiences, let's go ahead and take a little break for George Clarke to get off his arse, get off his big, hairy, sweaty arse,
Wow.
and maybe actually show up for work. How about that? Let's see, and then we'll be speaking about our live studio audience at Reading and Leeds.
It's pretty late. We're going to have to dock his pay for this.
We are in. Oh, trust me, he's getting zilch
Is he
from
getting
this
nothing?
episode. Listen, you viewers out there, just know every advert that you watch, it's going in my pocket because he's not getting niche.
He's getting a written warning.
He really bloody is. He's getting a
From the boss.
disciplinary. So, catch you in a minute, baby. Love you. Right, everybody, George is back. Woo! He finally decided to show up.
I bet you've spouted a load of nonsense about me, haven't you?
Now, do you know what?
George is making me wait.
Yeah, because I'm Christian, Max, maybe? You're lucky I'm even letting you shag me, yeah? Some of them don't even allow that.
Oh, God, what are you like? Yes, everybody, George is back in the studio.
So's my rest of me. I'm not just Yat.
He's finally decided that he cares about you all, and, you know, about time, in the words of Sarah Harding, about
in the words of
time.
Lizzo, it's about damn time. In a minute, I'ma need a sentimental man or woman to cunt me up. Cunt me up? What did I just
I
say?
said fuck me up as well.
Hey,
I don't know what the
if
words
anyone's
are.
offering.
Hey, I said fuck me up. I don't know what the words are.
I've got pussy. I've also got pussy.
Oh.
And I put a pop me up. And 2 shots in my cup.
When I get now. Ooh, that's how I feel right now.
We better stop, otherwise we'll get copyright strikes.
Okay, fair enough.
Nah, no risk of that.
George, how's life been? Don't care.
Turn up the music.
Don't care.
Turn down the lights.
I got the feeling. All will be alright. Okay.
Alright. It's about damn time. Okay.
I'm Anina. So we went to Reading and Leeds Festival, and on the way we were told that the tent that we were supposed to be performing in, a big stage, had blown away. Cue visual cue.
Yeah, this is good.
And then, whilst we're driving up, we find out this information as we are driving up. We say, are we going to be able to perform? We say, are we going to be able to perform? What is happening? They say, right, listen, keep driving up and we'll see what happens. When we get there, we have thousands upon thousands of adoring fans that are devastated because they are not able to see our show. So as me and George hop out of the van, cue visual aid.
Oh, this looks like a penis now, so
Okay. I mean, quite fitting. Yeah.
that was we had our trousers down.
We did.
Oh, you did. You did.
We
actually,
literally did have our trousers down and we fell out of the van. We got to Leeds and we said, our fans are not going to be able to see our show. But that doesn't mean that we can't see our fans. So we posted on our story that we were going to do a meet and greet and an area and location to meet at a certain time that was a big empty stage because it had some technical issues with it as well. And as we arrived there, we heavily underestimated the amount of people that were there. Cue visual aid. And we got arrested. More or less. We didn't actually get arrested, but that's what he's drawn.
That security guard would have loved to have arrested
he
George.
would have.
He
So
was fuming at him.
we got shouted at big time by the security at that stage because in their mind, loads of people showed up and there was nothing supposed to be happening at that stage. So they thought someone's lying, someone's trying to bamboozle all these kids. And little did they know, bamboozling kids is George's favourite pastime.
Okay.
So we ended up being taken backstage and we basically got reprimanded for our behaviour. So we go back to our dressing room, very worried, very anxious about the future. And we find out that not only did Reading and Leeds decide that they didn't mind what we did, but they offered us a spot on that very stage that we did that meet and greet at, the illegal meet and greet, that just so happens to be the second biggest stage that Reading and Leeds had to offer, and they were going to give us an hour slot the next day. Cue visual aid.
That made us feel happy.
It did. It did. For the audio listeners, by the way, George is drawing pictures as I go. I mean, okay.
Happy or...
Happy. Yeah, that Max just looks like a rugrat.
Yeah, quite true to life. So, what did we do? We did what any two sensible people will do the night before they have the biggest show of their career. And we Balegde, we went out and got absolutely shit-faced. We had a brilliant time, very inappropriate. and we woke up the next morning ready and raring to go. We took some hangover sachets, popped a few paracetamol, drank a vodka lemonade, and made our way back to the festival as our queen was awaiting in a glorious chariot, and she drove us to the stage. Cue visual aid.
That's not. You've jumped the gun.
Okay, wait. What?
Oh, there's another.
What are you doing?
Apparently, we've missed a part of the story.
No, we haven't
okay,
missed a part of the story. You've just jumped the gun on the visual aid.
Right.
Okay.
Wait. So what are you
No,
drawing?
we're just.
I'm trying to understand what it is that you're drawing.
I've got us on stage. Carry on.
Oh, on stage.
Oh, it's
okay,
on stage.
Fine. Oh, right, cool. So carry on going.
Oh,
You're in your
okay.
chariot.
So
on the way
we're
to
in
the
our
stage.
chariot. We're riding gallantly to our stage. It was actually one of the coolest experiences of my life, being driven in a buggy, high speed, and we could see our crowd forming from where we drove, and that was really cool. And then we arrived at the stage, and I turned and I said to George, look, it's a huge stage. It's very wide. It's a lot bigger than the stage we're supposed to be performing on. If there are between 5 and 10 rows of people, we have smashed it, and we should be very proud of ourselves, because that would mean that a couple hundred people had shown up, and we were quite nervous that, because it was so last minute, and some people might not have internet connection, might not have seen the announcements that we're going to be changing. It was also quite early the next day, so some people might not even be awake yet. We were anxious, and then we stepped out on stage to 5,000 plus people. Cue visual aid. Wow.
Nice.
Let me see.
That's actually quite good.
That's like exactly like what it looked like.
You're an artist.
Oh my god, and I have the black eye as well.
Yep.
Look at that.
Did you draw the black eye?
That's great.
No.
I love that. Oh my god.
Did I tell you that the cameramen on stage zoomed in on your black eye?
I know. As soon as I brought attention, because basically when we got on stage, we didn't know if we were going to have, we knew that stage had a lot more capabilities than our stage. But we didn't know, number one, that we would have to have a visual that big. So George last minute made one on Snapchat, which was hilarious. You might have seen the videos. And number two, we asked if we could use the pyrotechnics, and they said no.
Well, no, you asked me if I can ask them, and I said no.
And number three, they had these cameras that every time you see a performer and they zoom in on their face whilst they're performing, they had those, but we didn't realize that they were on us whilst we were on stage. So then I said, oh my god, can you see my black eye? And then they zoomed in on my black eye, which is really rude, but it is what it is. But it was the most fun ever, wasn't it, George?
It was really good fun. Yeah, had good time.
It was so fun.
It was really, really just very heartwarming to see you all out there. You didn't
was.
expect to see that.
It was shocking. I was genuinely shocked. When we stepped out, both of us just looked at each other and we were like, oh my god.
I peed a little.
I think I probably
killed
did.
a man.
It was quite bizarre being on that big of a stage, because obviously our show is meant for a smaller stage than that.
Yeah.
And having so much room to just run around and do whatever.
The amount of activities was
endless.
It
really was.
And we chose get fucked up and drink, bitch.
And when we did the t-shirt cannons at the end, that was great. I loved that.
I mean, but I always love it when you get your cannons out.
Oh,
Don't
yeah,
you?
you do.
And when you lose your t-shirt.
Oh, so please comment down below if you actually got a free t-shirt from that or a tote bag, because we're firing all sorts.
Yeah, you either got a free t-shirt or you got fucked, mate. Yeah. Grow up.
God. I mean, that's just a Useless Hotline live show, baby. That's the rules. So then, what did we do, George? We went down to Reading straight away.
Yeah, but wait, there's more.
Oh,
By the way, I found out today we got a speeding ticket.
did we?
Yeah, we actually got a speeding ticket.
No.
Yeah, I got the email today.
Oh my god! As it where? Just on one of the roads.
Leeds. Yeah, in Leeds.
Oh, screw you, Leeds. Actually, love you, Leeds. But
Anyway, sorry, I
that's
interrupted.
quite funny.
We were tearing it down to Reading.
Yeah, we travelled down to Reading because I was in Ash Holmes' show, if you know Ash from our podcast or other things.
Well renowned for being a podcast guest on the Useless Hotline.
And we had lots of fun, had lots of drinks, and then we went out that night. And I was absolutely twatted that night. I had a really good time.
Oh, you were bojangled.
Because wasn't that when it was Lana Del Rey and Fred again?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I was having a
Fred Once
whale.
More was a very good act.
It was really good, wasn't it? I was on your shoulders. For
I've got a
period
picture of
time.
you on Jack Remington's shoulders as
I
well.
was on Jack Remington's shoulders as well.
You were indeed, my friend.
Oh, you were hopping on everyone's shoulders. One point you were on Fred's shoulders.
Really?
Yeah.
Again?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Big time.
That's wild. But yeah, that was so much fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What else happened that night? I can't remember. Oh my god, I am on.
I'm going to put that on
shoulders.
screen.
That's great.
Pandy shoulder.
I look like such a nonce. Like, in what? Like, them glasses. Number one, everything about it was just like
Everything about him looks like a.
Oh, it's true.
I once accidentally stinged him on stream.
What? What does that mean?
You know, when they do nonce stings.
Yeah.
All the streamers are doing it these days.
Oh my god.
Don't worry, you wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know. But yeah, that was lots of fun. And then got up the next day.
Yeah.
I went to the hot tub.
Oh my god, yeah, you did.
And you went to the gym.
Oh yeah, my god, yeah, I did.
And you were boring. I was fun. I went into
I hit so many exercises, it was crazy.
I went into the swimming pool and the hot tub.
What? That's so much water around your body.
And then realised that I had a pocket full of Mawams. They're like strips.
Oh, and your pocket full of sunshine as well that you forgot you
Yes,
had.
I got a pocket full of Mawams. And I ate them even though they'd been in the frickin' water.
Oh my god, watery mawams.
Would it kill you to add
That can go in the title.
Add something to this instead of just mocking every single thing that I say? How about you add something? How about that?
Okay, I've got a few things down.
I'm ready.
Summer is over. That's quite a big one. How are you feeling after summer's been over? It's September now.
Is September not still... No, it's autumn, isn't it? Technically, is it?
We're in full, man.
Okay, yeah, summer's over.
We're falling up. Summer's over. That's a biggie.
Yeah.
You got seasonal depression yet?
Not yet.
You
but
wait, pal. It's coming.
I definitely feel depressed. Turn the lights out and I'm sure I can cry.
What?
I wish I could turn the lights off right now. That'd be brilliant.
What else have I got down here? Foreign accent syndrome. Saw another one of them recently. Famous one of the women in Cornwall.
What's that?
Foreign accent syndrome.
The one that she thinks that she just wakes up one morning and she's got a different accent.
Where she bumped her head, and then when she came round, she spoke fully English, but in a Chinese accent, and she'd never been there before. So it just sounds like she's constantly being racial.
I've seen that.
There was another one where I saw some woman who was... There's loads of them. There's this woman who lives in some sort of like Lake District town, and she speaks French but doesn't speak French. She just speaks in a French accent. That's the best bit. It's that in their head they're now this accent.
But is it not just fake though?
No, it's it's a genuine thing.
But from what I've seen, the people that do it have been like
it's an actual thing that's happened all over the world.
Really?
Yeah, big time.
That's wild.
Maybe you got hit and woke up, decided to just pretend you're a twat.
Are you fucking joking? Are you fucking joking? You are the twat. You are the twattiest twat, twatting.com/big fat twat. How dare you? You have a lot of nerve, George Clarke. Carry on. What else is on your shit little list? Come on.
Got a game for us to play?
Go on. I can't wait.
All right.
I'm all ears.
If I snap my fingers, you'll forget you're straight.
I'll forget that I'm straight.
Yeah.
Well, that's already happened.
There you go. Worked then, didn't it?
Yeah. Well done. What's next? Go on.
Has that actually worked? Did that work?
It has. It's worked. I'll forget that I'm straight. Is that what you said? Oh, shut up.
What?
It's
Did
just
you just
stupid.
click?
Well, I'm now on. Obviously, it made me.
What do you mean?
For a second, it made me be like,
Am I straight?
well, yeah, no, I'm not straight. But then I was like, but
Well,
what
there
if
you
I
go.
forgot
You've just forgotten you're straight. Look at this
I
guy.
hate it here.
Look at this
I
idiot.
actually hate it.
Well, he really thinks he's not straight right now.
Oh my.
You wait till I snap these fingers back, boy.
What's gonna happen? Go on, I implore you.
I've got all the power in the world right now. The moment I snap these fingers back, you're gonna be flooded into them women's DMs.
Have you ever actually been hypnotized?
No.
That's my dream. I want to actually get hypnotized. We should get someone on here that just.
You haven't been hypnotized? Hey, I snap my fingers, you'll forget you've been hypnotized.
Can we do that? Can we get?
So you're seriously saying you've never been hypnotized right
I've
now?
never.
Oh, looks like
Oh my
the finger
God.
snap worked.
Oh, so stupid. You can tell that you've just been in a fucking... I don't even know what you've been doing all day, but I wish that
Locked away in a studio all day.
Jesus Christ.
What else have I got written on here? Would we ever go back into a pandemic again? Do you reckon that's actually a possibility?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I guess, yeah.
And if we did go into a pandemic, would people actually obey the rules? Since the last one, everybody was like, oh, it wasn't a big deal. And now we come out of it, people now consistently get COVID, but just sort of carry on their lives. So if people are like, oh, we had this whole lockdown because of this thing that's not a big deal. Obviously, it was a big deal for some people, but what if we got one that's like a proper big deal?
Well,
monkeypox is on the horizon.
Yeah,
what?
Is on the rise.
What's
yeah.
this?
Monkeypox is on the horizon.
I think it's a lot. I mean, it about 2-3 years ago, it became very popular amongst gay men because I think just like one gay man got it, and then because gay men like myself are massive slags.
Everyone had to have it. It's like
everyone
handbags,
just
isn't
had
it?
to have it. No, it just spread very quickly in that community.
Yeah.
But now it's spread more like amongst everyone.
And what is it? What is it?
Big like lesions on your body. Like some people get them on their face and then they scar for the rest of their life. It's really quite gross, to be honest with you.
That's a bit worse than having a cough, isn't it?
It is.
That is quite bad.
Yeah, but so they were debating whether there should be a lockdown for that. But I don't think that there will be. I think it's just any time that someone uses the word lockdown, they get loads of like clicks on stuff. So, but equally, I mean, is it bad to say that I enjoyed the first lockdown a little bit? Just like the very first one.
I'll go out ahead and say that was the best time of my life.
Really?
No.
Oh.
But weirdly, yes. No, it was obviously everything that was going on was awful.
I think I
felt like we wished we wouldn't be in that.
Yeah.
But
I think we're very fortunate. Obviously,
it was sunny.
The fact that we're both saying this means that probably nobody very close to us died. During
everybody,
that time.
every one of my family popped their clogs. But do you know how much Warzone I played?
Oh yeah, that's true.
It was just like a peaceful time for me. I was very lucky. I was
sweaty
also
time. I remember it being
very sweaty, very hot. I was lucky enough to be at my parents' house, which is obviously like in a small town with like big garden, countryside. So like could go on walks in like really lovely mountains and
Sure you did, pal.
Hills. I did. I was actually
sure.
I was at like peak physical fitness during lockdown.
What happened, man?
Honestly, I just gained weight. That's just what happens.
But before we weren't doing our jobs in lockdown.
I was going to say, you've got lockdown to thank.
We actually do. I would never have done this if it weren't for lockdown. 100%.
Really?
Yeah, never.
Is it the same with you, George?
I don't know why I posted my first video, but it wasn't in lockdown.
Oh, when was it?
I don't know.
Was it not still lockdown times?
Well, I posted my first video before lockdown, and then lockdown happened. Didn't post at all, really at all in that. And then came out the other end and I went, I should probably post.
Should probably post.
POV, postman Pat when he's had a break. Unpaid leave.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if it didn't happen also, I don't think TikTok would be as big as it was, so then both of us probably wouldn't have blown up.
Yeah.
Talking about weight.
I know, I was going to say, you have blown up since then.
I have.
Get that lockdown back. Go on those walks, baby.
Indeed. Right, should we, before we go, quickly do some of our job and answer some of these people's dilemmas?
Do you know I used to talk to myself before I slept when I was younger?
I couldn't see that. Do you know I used to pray every night before I went to sleep?
Shut up.
I used to pray.
That is not true.
You wouldn't wake up.
100%. 100. What did you just say?
Nothing.
What did you say? Go on, say it with your chest. Go on. Say it. Say it again.
That you wouldn't wake up.
That's horrible. That is horrible. What a horrible person.
That was a joke. And I'm glad that they didn't come true.
I used to say the same prayer every single night.
What?
And I think
Mix it
genuinely,
up. Multiple prayers. At least one of them's going to come true.
But I
Come
guess
true like their wishes.
You're bottlenecking yourself there.
True.
If
actually.
every night you're praying for the same thing.
That's so true.
God's probably out there going, oh God, Max Balegde again.
That's
Keeps
true.
asking me about the syphilis stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, please can I stop with this? Oh, fuck off, just go to the pharmacy, mate.
I used to say, I think, like, dear God, please.
Out loud were you saying this?
What, sometimes I'd be like, dear God, please, like, thank you so much for everything that you've given me in my life. Thank you so much for my friends. Thank you so much for my family. And, like, thank you so much for my enemies or some shit like that.
What?
Like, please forgive my enemies, like, or something. And, like, you know, please forgive all of us. And, like, love you lots. Amen. Every single night. I'd say for,
Thank
like...
you so much, my enemies. How old were you?
I think I was, like, 14. Between the ages of, like, 14 and, like, 16.
Who were your enemies?
I didn't have any
That
enemies.
is a good point.
I
The
think I just,
female
like...
vagina.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
A constant op of mine, actually. I'm the most consistent op in my life.
You're having a female vagina rot.
Yeah.
How old were you when you were praying at night?
Like 14, between the ages of like 14 and 16.
And were you...
It was also when I got a girlfriend. I think I was in like my
Okay.
straight Chris. I was like,
Oh,
Right,
God,
that
give
was
me
gonna
this
be my
girl.
Please give my girlfriend a penis.
Oh my
I don't know
God.
what was going on. I think I was asking for forgiveness because I was probably watching gay porn at the
Ah.
same time. I don't know what was going on, to be honest with you, but I do remember vividly that I would pray every single night and do the same prayer every single night and say, please forgive my enemies, but I had no enemies.
That's cute
I
as
love the
hell.
enemies part. Yeah, that is very cute. Imagining you pray every night.
Yeah, and then I just stopped. And to be fair, things started to get better for me after that. not saying there was a correlation, just saying it's a fact. Right, shall we do our job now? Let's do
Sure.
it. I'm going to cut you off. Right, I've got an email.
During that, I just remembered as well.
Go on, what?
When I was a kid, I used to have a bunk bed, and they tend to be quite close to the ceiling. And
Who were you sharing a bunk bed with? Why did you have a bunk
no,
bed?
underneath was just like a desk and like.
Oh, I had the
okay.
same kind of thing.
That was
Yeah.
quite, I used to be envious of people who had that. I thought
Yeah.
that was really cool.
So I used to get up the top and I had like a little pen and I'd write on the ceiling. But it was just like weird shit. I just had like a full like monologue of me saying, "I want a dog. No, I want a cat. No," and I was like, I started it just I want a dog, and then like I don't know, like a couple of weeks later, maybe added
No.
like that one didn't come true. So no, I want a cat. And then I'm like, no, I don't even know. And ended with, I remember it ended with, no, I want a buddy called Sniffles.
How long was this paragraph?
Yeah.
But
is it
approximately
still
like this
going?
big, just on the top of my ceiling. And then
What?
my parents, I think fairly recently, were like, oh yeah, we did think that was a bit weird. We had to paint over it.
That's a bit worrying. Do you know, my mum once confronted me, and it was one of the most like embarrassing and upsetting things ever. I think I was like 11, and when I would go to sleep, I would pick my nose and put like the bogies on the side of the wall, like next to my bed, and just always thought they just disappear now. Like they obviously disintegrate.
The
nothing
bogey gobbler.
happens. And then we moved house. And my mum said like she was absolutely horrified, and there was like a full wall just full of my bogies that had like dried and stuck to it. And I always think about that now. And she confronted me, I swear, like in front of her friends or something. And
How
I
old
was
were you
like,
when you were doing this?
like 11, too old. But I'd been doing it in that.
When he entered his teenage years, you should have seen the wall then.
But I've been doing it.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I actually once
What
hit
the
a
hell?
wall.
Bring the bogies back, Max.
Yeah, I think I've been doing it from like the age of like 5 to 11 in that same
That's
room.
cute. Were they like, how would it work if you're on your bed? Were they sort of going down?
I don't really know. They were all like
As
big-
in like a height chart? You're like, oh, my arm can only reach there when I'm a
Yeah,
little 5-year-old.
probably.
And you're like, oh, look at my little 5-year-old bogies. My 11-year-old bogies all the way down there.
What even is a bogey?
That's a really good question. What the fuck is a bogey?
A build-up of mucus in the
Is
nose.
it?
They're
I
actually
would assume so,
necessary.
actually.
Why is it-
It's necessary to have a certain amount, otherwise your nose is just dry. You know when you blow your nose, or like when you have a cold. Also, can we just talk about when you have a cold and only one nostril is colded?
Hate that.
Why are you doing that? And the other one, it's like bumperclarting the Baltic in there. It's
Yeah.
just like freezing cold and dry, and the other one is just like not ready to come to school today.
Yeah, it's really irritating. I feel like it's quite selfish of my nose to do that to me.
And
I-
then, every now and then, you sort of have a little nap, and then suddenly, oh, what the hell's happened? They've switched sides. Suddenly this one's... How's that work?
I don't know. I was just really ill. Obviously, like since Reading and Leeds Festival, I've been really ill.
Yeah.
Like coughing, sneezing a lot. This is so gross. I
This
was
is gonna
eating
be
a
so hot.
sandwich. I was eating a sandwich that I'd ordered at Subway,
Oh, yeah, big time.
and I sneezed.
Into it, and you ate it.
No, I sneezed. Didn't realize that like this is gross. I didn't realize that like loads of snot had come out onto my sandwich.
Oh, yeah, big time. Then you're...
And then I like went to eat it, and like as my lip touched it, I was like, "That's weird."
Oh, that's not cheese and toasted.
And it was literally like big clumps of like grossness on my sandwich, and I nearly ate it.
That's actually my nickname for you on my phone.
What?
Big clumps of grossness.
Oh my god! Right, I hate this podcast. I hate you. Hello, Max and George, and potential guest. I've really just sent this in to complain about this complete dickhead of a guy who thinks it's fun to play with my feelings. Know what that's like. Don't you worry, love. I've got you back no matter what this is, okay? Basically, I've been talking to him for about a year, mostly on Snapchat. And sometimes he's super flirty and will compliment me randomly or save snaps in chat of me just because he thinks I look good in them. And I'll stay up till like midnight just chatting to him. But the problem is that when we actually see each other in school, he just fucking ignores me. Like, oh wow, I had no idea I was invisible, you piece of shit. Anyway.
Got him good. I just said, got him good. That was a good line. Hell yeah.
Anyway, like, he'll literally walk up to my friend group and talk to some of the other people in my friend group right next to me and will literally not even look at me. And the only times he's spoken to me in school over the year I've known him is when it's me who has started the conversation. And now I've recently found out that he's got about 10 other girls on Snapchat who he regularly speaks to. And there's more. But this is already too long, so please tell me how to deal with this bitch boy, because even though I'm pissed at him, I wish he would like me back.
Oh.
Anyway, Max, I love you so much. You're a hot, funny icon who deserves the world. George, you're okay too, I guess.
What a bitch boy, though. Before we answer that, it made me realise when, for some reason... You know when she was always messaging everybody in the year? Do you remember when MSN was a thing and it was just normal to message anyone and everyone that was online?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And it'd be like people that you literally don't
times.
speak to, and it wouldn't even just be messaging. You'd like fucking hop on a video call with them, and you wouldn't even be speaking. You just be sat there. And you're like, why am I even speaking to this person? I don't speak to them at school.
Yeah.
Like I've got no interest in what's going on, but for some reason, you just sit there with your laptop and then just send through these stupid shortcuts with just like random bullshit that will pop up,
like
and then send through a little
stuff
on the screen. You'd be like, "What do you want?" And then they'll just go, No, I cannot tell you a single conversation that actually had any like substance to it that
For
it had
real.
on MSN.
Genuinely.
And I'd go on it every night after school, and I'd be speaking to fucking everybody in my year, and it wasn't like a case of everyone being like, oh, they're trying to link them, this is Riz. No, it was just fucking weird, and everyone just accepted it was weird.
I think it was because people were so excited by the thought of that being a thing.
I agree.
And up until that point, if you were next to if your only interactions with other human beings was in person because social media was not a thing, and like you're just next to someone that you don't really know and you don't speak to them, it's not that big of a deal. So it wouldn't have felt that weird to video call someone that you don't really know, because it's like, oh well, yeah, we don't really know each other, we're not going to say anything, but how cool is it that you can just be there?
But I remember being on like holiday and being like, oh, I'm really enjoying this holiday, but I can't wait to get to the hotel lobby where there's Wi-Fi, and I can just hop on Skype. Or like Skype as well was a thing. Hop on MSN and just
chat shit for no reason.
Just look at this person who's sat on their desk, on their dad's desk at home.
I would literally spend like 70 to 80 euros per holiday just on the internet cafe. Remember that? What the fuck is that all about? Why is it even a cafe? It's just a bunch of computers in the room. Shut up. Give me a drink, you loser. And I would have heart. I would have my heart beating out my chest whilst I'm like messaging this girl that I fancied in year 6. I was also in year 6. Oh my god.
Why have you even still got internet cafes? They're so 10 years ago. Anyway, how's Lily doing?
And yeah, I'd be there like logging onto Facebook Messenger. It would cost like €6 per like half an hour. And I'd be like, oh my god, please, I hope someone's online, because otherwise I've just spent all this money for literally nothing. Oh my god.
So weird, right?
And I'd be there like, yeah, everyone's enjoying themselves at the pool. I'm going to pay money to go and sit on a shit computer that I have to pay for. What? Weird.
Do you reckon that was like FOMO? Like you didn't want to like miss out on conversations that...
It was just like
100%.
It was just small talk simulator.
Honestly.
I don't know why we even did it. It was just like, how are you? Good. You? Yeah, good. KK. And then just like, cool. And
then 2 hours later, how are you again?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you know how many times I did that, and even I looked at myself and went, I'm a fucking idiot.
It's so weird. Oh my god.
My
sister was upstairs on hers laptop, and I'd just be like, you right?
What? So wild.
Yeah, what's up, Em? How you doing?
It was a wild time.
Oh my god.
Very
anyway,
weird
back
times.
to...
What about BBM Messenger though?
I didn't have BBM.
I never had BBM.
Did you remember
Poor losers!
I had an iPhone.
when they made BBM an app?
Oh yeah, they did, didn't they?
And everyone was like, "What's your BBM pin?" Oh, fucking iMessage me, you weirdo. Like, what?
Oh my god, BBM was so iconic. You would literally be like, so on BBM it had this function where you could ping someone, and it basically sent like a big notification to them, and it would be like ping people. I'd sit at the back of the bus with my mates, and I remember one specifically, this like school trip, and it was me and these four boys.
Check him out, cool kid.
It was me and these 4 boys, and we were all like,
I bet you were pinging each other, weren't you?
I was, yeah. No, we were like ping for a rate on like LPC. Do you remember LPC?
Oh, looks, personality, closeness.
Should
talk to you more.
Whoa, what is that?
Did you never have that? You're a little bit older than us, aren't you?
No.
Old king.
I am a bit older than you, yeah.
It would be how you found out if someone fancied you, basically.
Okay, so give me an example.
So you would say, so I'm at the back of the bus with my mates.
Yes.
And I'll be like at the back of the bus, Balegde, at the back of the bus with George and Callum, ping for an LPC, and then people would ping me, and then we would rate their looks, their personality, and our closeness level with them out of 10. So you'd be like L 10, P like 4, C 3, or something like that.
Wow, what the fuck?
Oh my god,
literally
people
just
were out-
battleship coordinates, but they fucking hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah, they would hurt.
God. Bear in mind, this was it.
Even worse. That was like entry level, like just willing to be bullied.
Yeah, almost asking to be bullied.
Next one down was like for the one
videos.
who is.
What about? Oh yeah.
Yeah, like for the one who is, and it would be like you'd like it, and they'd be the one who is funny, the one who is quite hot, the one who I should get to know more.
Yeah.
Was always a good one. And then
Hot or not.
the lowest tier of just like you do not want to go there,
Oh.
like for hot or not. And it wasn't just they wouldn't just write it back on Facebook.
It was a video.
They'd send a fucking video of them after a while looking through. People used to do this, like sleep around each other's houses, and they'd they'd go through the people who liked the post, and then just be like, Max, not George, heart. And they like look at each other, and then they go like, I don't know, fucking Stacy. And sometimes they'd literally go, no, you're a really nice girl, but nah. And like, but it was like so savage. Like, I remember, it was like no holds barred. Like everybody was just like.
But you know what it's like when you're a teenager? Everyone's brutal with each other. Like,
but
so
people would
direct.
literally laugh, or like there'd be like not even a thought process in their mind. Just go like, say their name, not, yep. Barry, no. Yeah, but it was like fucking horrible.
Oh
it was
my
brutal.
god!
I've just put on my story reply for a hot or not video from me and George.
You know what used to get me is like, did you guys have Bebo?
No, but I knew what it was.
Oh, so on Bebo, there on your main page, there was this section that was like top comments, or like basically people would leave a comment on your profile that was just, they would sit there, and like the top 5 comments would be from like your top 5 friends or whatever. And people would really want like the popular kids to leave a comment on your profile, because when other people would see it, they'd be like, "Oh, this guy is cool," or da 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 da. And I used to really want like all the coolest people at school to like comment on my thing. And I remember I got one guy, I think his name was Lewis, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm fucking cool now because he commented on my fucking page." It was so funny.
Oh, and now Lewis is dead.
Oh, I hope not.
No, he's not.
I hope not. Shout out, Lewis.
Do you remember
One last-
Oh, sorry, go on.
I was gonna say Ask FM.
Oh,
What's
I think
that?
we've spoke about that before.
No, tell me. I don't know what that is.
That was actually fucked.
Ask FM was an anonymous questions platform.
Immediately bullying.
You could,
Yes.
you could choose to make your thing anonymous and just be like, "Why are you like?" And people would just go put on their story, like not story, just post on their like Facebook their link to their Ask FM, and you just go click on it. People make their account anonymous, and they can ask anything.
Best was I made an account, and immediately and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get questions like you're really hot, like I think I like you. 5 questions, one after another. Are you gay? Are you gay? Are you gay? And I was there like, oh, okay. So then you could do this thing where you could ask yourself questions and it would still be anonymous.
Oh yeah, of course.
So then I'd ask questions like, are you going to be trying out for like the athletics team this year? And I'd be like, don't know, thinking about it. In
Have you got a girlfriend? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I'm speaking to a few girls at the minute.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
It was a wild time, but it was the home of cyberbullying.
Yeah, didn't that just get like banned for just being absolutely just
awful?
like fuck.
Yeah, it encouraged people. Like the thing was, the people that people hated got so many awful questions.
Yeah.
But then they became like Ask FM famous because like they would then build a profile of like having loads of followers on Ask FM, even if people didn't know who they were. It was so weird.
That's so strange.
So weird. The idea of people being Facebook famous as well is so weird to me. Like,
Kane
how does that
Larkin.
even happen? Who?
Kane Larkin.
Kane Larkington. Oh my god, he's
What
still
the
like alive
fuck?
and like around. I thought he
Yeah.
would die surely, like not like as in like a murder situation, but he just seemed like the sort of person that would die young. Do you know what I mean?
What was your guys' first social media platforms? Do you remember what they were?
Facebook.
Club Penguin.
Facebook was your first.
Yeah.
Oh, Club Penguin. That's an interesting one.
Does
That
Club
was your
Penguin count?
first?
Yeah, that was my first. I didn't have any of the MSNs or anything. My sister
So you didn't have
did.
MySpace. You didn't have
I wasn't
Bebo.
allowed at that time. So
Oh.
like my older sister did. So like I'd sit with her on like while she was on the computer, like, and I'd be like, "That's so cool," but I was never actually allowed any of
My
them
first
until
social
Facebook.
media.
No way.
PictoChat.
What
Yeah,
on
that
earth
counts.
is that?
That's when you have the on a Nintendo DS back in the day.
Hold on.
You could do. It was actually quite.
Is this a social media app?
Yeah, because
When you're on a bus, it is.
Oh
when
my
you're on
God.
like a school trip and everyone had their DSs out
On
and
an
you'd be in a big
aeroplane.
PictoChat room. Like, sorry, there's only 8 people allowed in here.
and you would draw like what you wanted to do was you would write. So like say if all three of us were in like a picture chat room, I could fill like this little rectangle with like whatever black like text that I wanted or like picture or anything. Like draw penis, press send, and it would like pop up at yours. Could write the word like "Hey George," and then like press send and it would pop up. So like on a plane, it would go crazy because like you'd be looking around and I'd be like, "What? Like what's everyone doing? Like when they land, like." Just like writing stuff
As
like,
if you're not all getting on a coach and going to
Yeah.
somewhere.
but like it would my heart would race like, oh my god, who am I speaking to? Because you don't know who you're speaking to. It's on a Nintendo DS. Like
Did you ever used to scribble it all in black? And
Oh,
then,
hell yeah, I
then
did.
Rub out the letters.
oh don't, I'll get hard. That was
He's going to start rubbing someone else out. Just think
Oh.
about that.
that was such an elite level of like art that I think
Oh,
is
yeah.
so underappreciated.
People be like, hey, why is George not messaging the chat? Suddenly, big black box pops in
Yeah.
with just, hey.
You've spent the
Screw
last
out of it.
15 minutes
Yeah.
colouring it in just for that one send.
Hell yeah.
What about when the 3DS became a thing and they incorporated the rainbow text?
I think I'd grown up by then.
Oh, I hadn't. I've
I
still
think
got
I
one.
grown up
I think
by
I bought
then.
one last year. Anyway,
I
moving on.
remember buying the 3DS and being like, I'm going to gaslight myself into thinking this works, but it's just sort of a normal Nintendo DS.
Yeah, it was very normal. I think it actually like got discontinued for like breaking people's eyeballs as well. Because like there's no way that like
Was it
I
supposed to be 3D or something?
yeah, so you would
Yeah.
flip a switch and the screen would change and it would actually go 3D without having to put 3D glasses on. But every time I would do it, I'd have to stare at it so hard and it would give me the biggest headache ever and my eyes would start to cross.
So you'd never leave. You'd never have it on.
No, so around that same time, I had to go to the opticians because it made my eyes like really blurry from being on it all the time. And then the optician said that they'd had loads of people come in who had got a 3DS and like 3 months after using it, their eyes started to get fucked up. So
It's crazy when things come in. 3D TVs came in and everyone thought they'd be all the rage. I
Yeah,
remember-
and no one
Yeah.
fucking wants
I
one
remember Wimbledon was on and it was like, I'd like click on the channel, it would be like split down the middle. And you'd have to have like, obviously the proper TV and the glasses and
about
stuff. It's
that.
like, what's the point in that? And then that just like pissed off because it was like,
Yeah.
nobody actually wants that.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, technology is wild.
I don't think I ever watched anything in 3D.
You've never
Yeah.
watched anything in 3D?
No,
The
so
cinema, surely.
So my best friend had a 3D TV. They were like one of the first people to get one that I knew, and like they had the glasses and everything. And I don't think I ever tried it. And they barely ever used
my
it
God.
for 3D. They would just
When-
watch normal TV.
Some films back in when 3D was like really big in cinema, some films would make it.
Oh, they really lent into
Some
it.
of the Harry Potters, like the earlier Harry Potters,
Or like
randomly,
fairies, like, flying
yeah,
at the screen
like
and
the
stuff.
fucking Quidditch thing is like lobbing it through the screen because it was meant to be watched in 3D. And so like when you watch it back now, sometimes you're
Yeah,
like, that seems very
you can
unnecessary.
tell there's a
Like,
no.
what's
You
going
can
on?
tell there's a certain period of films between the years of like 2005 and 12
Yeah.
where they were really trying to push for 3D,
Defo.
and you can tell it was always in the first like 10, like even like 5 minutes. They'd be like, "Oh, that thing's going straight at the camera," but then throughout the rest of the film, there's nothing that like
Yeah.
involves it at all.
Right.
Stuff like Transformers would do it.
Yeah,
and-
like do you remember Bolt, the film? I remember
Yes.
there was a scene where one of the like a security guard had his feet up on the desk and he had one of those table tennis paddles with a ball that was attached to it. And
Yeah. At the
and
screen.
and then it was like a straight out, and that
Right.
was like the only thing in the whole film that was like.
Yeah, I think it's just because they could charge more money for it being 3D, couldn't they? Bring back 3D films, guys.
Nah, actually,
no. I feel like I should watch something in 3D at
It
least
is
once.
cool. It is quite cool.
Avatar, the new one, Way of the Water. Did we watch that in 3D?
No, maybe
Hold on.
'Cause that
that
sort
only
of-
came out a couple of years ago. Surely
Yeah, but I
they're
think
not doing that.
Last
but I
year
think
we
that
watched it at
was
the
that was
premiere.
such like a parallel
excuse me,
with
sorry.
Yeah, sorry,
Avatar
really cool.
being big and 3D being big.
Yeah.
And I think they were just sort of like
The
went at the
first
same
Avatar
time.
was like the 3D film.
Yeah, like brothers, you need to see this shit in
Yeah.
3D.
I got a confession. I've not seen either Avatars.
Oh, to be fair,
Okay,
quite
good.
difficult to follow,
I'm glad.
but very good. Especially
They
the
are.
first one. Second one, not so much. I fell asleep big time in it. I fell asleep for like 40 minutes and woke up and still managed to
You
like.
fell asleep at the
this
premiere?
Man,
Yeah,
this man
I
has
was-
just
yeah.
said that they're
So
quite hard to
cool.
follow, having fallen asleep for 40 minutes in the middle of one of the film. Yeah, no
That is
shit,
a great
Max.
point. That is a great.
Hang on,
point.
they're all blue. What the fuck? Hey,
Wakes up
That's
5
okay.
minutes towards the end. Oh,
have I
no
slept
idea
into the
what's
next screening? What the fuck?
That's a really good point, actually.
going on. Very fair.
Anyway, dilemma.
Sorry, yes,
Oh,
back to the
shit, yeah.
dilemma.
Yeah, we did the dilemma. Yeah, do you know what? Fuck him. Don't need him.
Yeah, if he's speaking to 10 other bitches and not even speaking to you in person, well, tell you what, how about you just I was about to say toss him off.
No, don't.
How about
No.
you just toss him to the side and
Yeah.
you don't speak to him? As the,
Yeah,
Do you know,
that's good.
weirdly, this
Toss him
links
to the
back.
side.
Weirdly, this links back to Ask FM. Oh my god, this is a great story because I had this girl, beautiful girl,
Sure you
who
did, mate.
went to my high school, and she was called Millie. Shout out Millie if you're out there. She was so beautiful and so like nice, and we would flirt with each other on Ask FM,
Cute.
and
it.
we'd send each other things like.
You sure it was her?
It was definitely her because I'd send one to her like, oh my god, like, is Max in your top 5? And then she'd reply like, yeah. And then the same would be sent to me, and then we'd both be like on Ask FM, and then it moved over to like Facebook Messenger, and it was like Max and Millie are like speaking. So then we started to like actually message each other, and then I'd see her in person, and I would be petrified, even though I was friends with her beforehand.
Yeah.
But I would freeze so much, probably because I'm gay, first of all, and I was just confused about everything that was happening. And I invited her
I was
around.
about to agree that that's what I used to be terrified of.
Oh,
School, so-
yeah. Same thing. And then I invited her around to my house when I was in like year 10, when I knew that my parents were going to be out and no one was going to be in. And it was like the perfect storm for me to like do loads of stuff for the first time. Like, brought her around, like we were playing on like the Wii together or something.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then I got so nervous that I started to feel like I was going to vomit, ran to the bathroom, actually threw up, and she went home early.
So you literally threw up at the thought of
Whoa.
doing anything with a girl.
Yeah.
This man
Not
is,
like threw up as in I was
this
disgusted
man is
by it.
he's a good homosexual.
But I was so nervous. But I think
Die
like,
for the cause.
I was just so nervous about anything happening, and I don't know why, and I threw up.
We get it, you're
Wow.
gay. Oh, side story. I once thought about having sex with a girl and threw up.
No, because then like years later I did have sex with a girl and I was fine. But at that moment, maybe I just wasn't ready. Also, my penis was probably like 1 inch big at that point.
Have you said how many girls you slept with online?
Yeah, one.
Just one.
Yeah, one girl. My
One girl,
girlfriend.
one time?
Yeah, I've got with like loads of girls.
One and
Oh,
done.
oh, okay. Fucking.
I like would get with girls at house parties and stuff. Like get with them.
Stop it.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine
Yeah,
it.
because I'm a deeply flaming homosexual now.
So just the one girl.
I've
One
only
girl,
ever had
one time.
Full sex with one
Well.
girl. Yeah.
Once you go crack, you never go back.
Did
Actually,
I feel like I was about to ask really personal
Go
questions.
on.
No.
and I'll decide whether I'll answer it.
At the time, did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
But I was also like 15, and like a gust of wind would have given me a boner. Do you know what I
Right.
mean?
Okay.
So like I was very excited about the prospect of having sex and being able to tell that to my friends,
Sure.
and like having a girlfriend and being able to like be like, oh my god, I've got a girlfriend, and like have her come around to my house, and my parents be like, oh yeah, Max has got a girlfriend. But I think I preferred all of that side of it as opposed to actually enjoying
Her.
it myself. And like I liked her as a person, but I think I liked her mostly as a friend.
You weren't
and
attracted
just
to
did
her
all the-
physically?
I was very attracted to her
Oh, you were.
physically, but again, because I was so young, and like at that point, I didn't know that I was gay. I just knew
Neither did
that
she?
secretly, she didn't either. To be fair, I just knew that like secretly in the back of my mind, I knew that I was attracted to boys, but I
Right.
never allowed that to even become a full thought. Every time
Wow.
I'd start thinking about it, I'd be like, no, you've got a girlfriend. What do you want about? Moving on. And then it wasn't until we broke up that I was like, oh, maybe I should explore this. And when I got really drunk one time, and then I never went back. But I still got with girls for like my whole time of like, cause I
My
broke
whole
up with
life.
her. What? My whole life.
My whole life.
Yeah.
I've still
Still
got
do.
girls.
No, I got with girls like loads, but I would only ever get with them. And then I'd be at some house parties and they'd be like, oh, like we should like do something. I'd be like, oh no, I respect you too much.
Oh my
I'm
god.
like, I respect you too much. Like, I'm not that kind of guy. Like, I don't want to do that. Meanwhile, I'm going home and like messaging boys like late at night, like, hey,
Right.
wild times. I was like, this is when I was 17, 18. Crazy. And then I came out,
Interesting.
obviously.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so that's my advice. No, maybe he's gay. Maybe he's
No,
gay.
If he's
not-
messaging all those
Probably
ways,
not.
He's
Probably
just-
I
not.
think he's a knob.
I think he's straight. I think he's just a bit nervous.
He's just a little knobber.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Bless him. Right, we've got one more email and then I'm going to bed.
Before you guys get yourself killed or worse,
Oh.
expelled.
Kind of want to watch the Harry Potters.
Yeah, same.
What's your favorite Harry Potter?
I really like the Triwizard Cup one.
Good
Just
shout.
Goblet of
because-
Fire.
Yeah,
oh
I-
my god, the
I-
Triwizard Cup one.
I really like it.
What's
do you
yours,
wanna read
George?
it?
What's your favorite?
Prisoner of Azkaban. And that is
yeah,
that's
that is really good.
actually the correct answer.
That's
I also
my
like.
favorite.
I think the last one is really good as well.
Hello, Max and
Hello.
I need your advice. Basically, my boyfriend and I were talking about tattoos and what ones we want to get, as we want to get matching ones, and I was stuck on the idea of getting them until I jokingly brought up the idea of matching tramp stamps. I said, I think it'd be... Sorry, they've got it in quotation marks. I said, what do you reckon the girl... Where do you reckon the girl's from?
Oh yeah,
Based on your
I
accent.
like. No. He's going to do the accent based on where you think she's from.
Oh, Liverpool.
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 I think it would be funny if we got matching tramp stamps with our names on. He then laughed and I said, Actually, if my mum found out I had a tramp stamp, I think she'd disown me. He looked at me, smiled, and then said, Where's he from?
He is from Scotland.
And then said, Mine wouldn't care about it. She has one with my name on. Haha. I thought, oh, clearly that's a joke, and kept laughing. He then looked at me angrily and said, Isn't he a joke, Abs? Her name's
What?
Abs.
Is that a joke? Cam?
Isn't he a joke,
It's
Abs?
not a joke.
Isn't he a joke?
Okay.
And proceeded to show me a picture of her lower back.
Basically,
Oh, his mum's woman. Oh, and proceeded to show me a picture of her lower back with a bodged up tramp stamp with his name on. She showed me before I left with pride and no shame. Oh yeah, hold tight the gaze. So I now know he ain't lying. I haven't spoken to him in 2 weeks. Please give me advice on how to break up with this mummy's boy. P.S. He has full on lipsed his mum for a full 2 minutes.
what?
And he's also really emotional and cries and thanks me when we shag the entire time. Why the hell is that last PS
Yeah.
the bit that you should have been
That's
speaking
the
about?
best information that we have. To,
What the hell?
To work
But did you get
off.
that? His mum has a tramp stamp of her son's name.
That's very weird.
Like, I
And he's got
tattoo
with his mum.
your son's name. Sure, tramp stamp makes it a little bit weird. Kissing the mother. That's why you're breaking up with him. Not because he actually wanted a tramp stamp. He has full on lipped his mum for a full 2 minutes, and thanks me the entire time when we shag.
The thought of like.
Thank you for that hump. Thank you for that.
Oh,
Thank you for this poos. Thank you.
Oh God.
Thank you so much for this poos.
Never say that word. That's a
Oh, thank you so much for this poos.
oh.
This is the best poos I've ever had. Thank you.
The thought
Oh,
of
I couldn't
actually-
possibly have all of this poos.
The thought of having
I'll
to get with
I'll
my
put
mum.
some in a doggy bag and save it for. Sorry, carry on.
The thought of having to get with my mum, and I'm thinking about it, is making me so.
No one said you had to get with your mum.
No, but like if that like for someone to do that is so deranged to me. Like that's
Yeah,
so.
no, that's weird. It
uncomfortable.
is very weird.
Oh.
Tramp stamps is a red flag.
Yeah, it's a
With
red
your
I
flag.
agree
sons-
with you. It's
with
a
your
red
son-
flag,
with
but
your
it's
son's
like,
flag.
name.
It's not that crazy.
Yeah, but
well, it is, but it's
It
like
is
you
crazy.
can forgive it.
Yeah.
yeah,
Get
like,
with
Can't
your
forgive
mum.
making out with your mum.
like, imagine her husband or whatever is like just what is it? Is it just like just
Is there a level beyond red flag?
on the rear during sexy times,
Oh,
and there's
no,
just
I
got
didn't
your
even think
son's
about that.
name,
Oh my god.
or
Stop that.
if she's not with her husband / partner, it's with
stepson.
Somebody's just seeing the person who they are intercoursing with's son's name just there on the back.
That's just mental. No, get lost. What, you need advice on how to break up with him? You need to post,
get a tramp stamp
on social media. You need to do what you need to do is like a full TikTok viral moment, and you need to be like, do you remember that story when that woman was like, "Who the fuck did I marry?" and it went completely viral, and she did that like 27-part series. You just need to do a 1-part series, and it just needs to be called "Who the fuck am I in a relationship with?"
Yeah,
and then explain to the world that he got with his mum, that he thanks you whilst you're having sex.
that's quite nice though. Just once. Thank you.
Appreciative.
I don't think it's
Thank you
nice.
for this endeavour.
Thank you.
Thank you for this
Thank you so
endeavour.
much. No, I think that's so strange, and I'm not okay with it. Yeah, that's my advice.
It's all weird.
Yeah, post it on the internet, shame him.
Is there a flag colour above red? Because I feel like that has to be it.
Purple.
Like it's
I feel like purple is probably like,
is what purple? Just absolutely no go.
Yeah, the one worst flag is rainbow.
Rainbow, all of the colours.
Actually, controversial take. I think that the rainbow flag is so ugly, but it's my flag, so I've got to accept it. Do you know what I mean?
I don't feel like I'm allowed to say it's ugly.
I agree.
Rainbow is ugly though, like categorically. It's
In-
not
in
that
your,
bad.
okay, in your head, just describe to me now what your perfect pride flag would look like.
I think that the trans flag is really cute.
I agree. The colours
Really
complement each other.
nice. Like
yeah.
it actually looks nice.
Oh,
like,
very
Was it
demure.
white, blue, and pink?
Yeah, like you could make an outfit out of that, and it would still it would be a bit out there, but it would still be like nice. Whereas like every single Pride, when people wear rainbow clothing, all I think is that is really ugly. But like I get it, and I think
there's a lot going on that you can't sort of. But I feel,
it can't not look tacky. It looks it will never be fashionable. Rainbow will never be fashionable. Do you know what I mean? Like the flag itself,
look at the
cute.
man that is giving out fashion advice right now.
You know, Andrew actually had to stop me from walking out the house today.
Stop it! What were you wearing?
And I was only wearing this t-shirt, these Crocs, but I had on, do you know like my big baggy like corduroy like things that I wear quite often?
Yes.
And Andrew just straight up said to me, he said,
you're beige as
wearing,
hell.
he was like, you're wearing all poo colours and and he was like, and I hate those trousers. He was like, please put a pair of jeans on. And then I realised I've not worn a pair of jeans.
I was going to say, I
in
haven't seen you in jeans.
literally 2-3 years, and he's repeatedly complimented me on the fact that I'm wearing jeans, saying how much more he fancies me because I'm wearing jeans, just to try to positively reinforce that I don't wear those clothes again.
That's quite funny.
But yeah, it's kind of opened my eyes to the fact that my boyfriend has stayed with me despite the fact that I put little to no effort into how I look at all times.
Is he a jeans wearer?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it might have been you, denim.
Oh, on that note, thank you so much for listening. This has been literal like torture. Hope that you've enjoyed, because that would make one of us. Love you lots. And what can they do if they enjoyed it, George?
You can go eat my little ass.
Please send in any dilemmas to the theuselesshotlinepodcast@gmail.com. And until next time,
Don't do it. Don't do it. Fight the urge
What am I fighting the urge to do
don't
right
know.
now?
to say some wild shit like you just did.
There was nothing wild about that. Until next time, tschüss, as the Germans would say.
choose. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Cheers.
It's like a little bye, sort of a colloquial goodbye.
Choose. Choose. Mwah.